Hello, everyone, and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pignole, and today we're going to have a full class dialing up our experience of the present moment. So, awareness plus the body is what gets us into the present moment. So, noticing what it feels like to be in our bodies, and in particular, using the sensation of touch. So, feeling our hands on the mat, feeling our butt on the blanket, feeling body parts touching each other. That's what we're going to really tune in today, because it's wonderful to be present, and it's also even more amazing to be able to hang out in the present moment and really enjoy it. So let's start by getting ourselves more present in our bodies, anchoring ourselves. I wanted to say before we get any further is that the hands and the feet are really, really wonderful tools for anchoring yourself in the present moment through touch, because they're so sensitive. So just as you rest your hands on your thighs, really notice, what does that feel like? And maybe feel your feet against the mat. And as you're quiet, you can do a little body scan and notice what else you notice. And I will be quiet for a little while. And with these next few breath cycles, you can allow your breath to deepen and fill your whole being. Maybe you feel it reaching all the way down to your toes, to your fingertips. Yeah. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. What I noticed as I was sitting there anchoring myself into the present moment was that if I just only pay attention to my hands and my feet, I'm really grounded in the moment. So just something to think about, but also just I invite you to play with whatever, however you feel drawn to work with this. All right, we're going to do a little bit of warming up. So let's plug in those sit bones. Really feel them anchor into whatever it is you're sitting on. And then let's grow that spine up vertically. Get the wrinkles out, just gently reaching. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Nice. And then let's tuck that tailbone under. Really engage that belly and round the back. Try not to collapse it, just curl it. We'll bring the chin to the chest. And then reverse that, tilting the pelvis the opposite direction, opening up the belly instead of contracting it, lifting the chin. Nice. And then take yourself through two more rounds in your own breath timing, and pay attention to whatever it is you want to pay attention to. Really dialing that in. We'll just meet back up in a neutral spine whenever you're finished with your rounds. We'll do a little side bending. So let's just take that left hand right off the hip. We'll reach up with the right arm. Grow tall in your spine. Give yourself lots of extra space for bending. And just reach over to the left. We're just starting out, so take your time. Anchor into the sensations. We'll switch sides, so reach out with the right hand. Lift up that left arm. It's a lot of back and forth. And bend over to the right. Yes, let's do one more round each side. Really ground into that physical body. Anchor in. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Switch sides. Bending to the right, opening the left. Beautiful. Come on back up. This time we're going to ground the sit bones, grow the spine again. We're going to take the left ear to the left shoulder, but we'll take that left hand up and just give a little extra support as we gently move that head towards the left. You can reach that right arm out at a diagonal. Nice. Gently release the head and just look down and up, trying to keep that same angle. Gentle pivot. Yes. And then come back to just looking straight ahead and then lift your head. Nice. And then we'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. Take the right hand up. You can reach out with the left arm if you want. Yeah, just feel that lengthening. Release the hand and then just pivot looking down and looking up gently. There's a lot going on in there, so it's always best to be very mindful when we're testing the range of motion in our neck. Beautiful. Look straight ahead. Come on back up. We're going to take our hands and clasp them behind. First, just reach down. Let the shoulders open up, lower. And notice, as I said, that using the fingertips, we're going to clasp our hands a lot for that very reason, is that noticing what the fingers feel like against each other is a great way to anchor into the moment. Yeah, lengthen the spine. Let's just bring those hands over to the right side. Yeah, find your alignment again. We're just opening up little bits. And then back to neutral, reach down and over to the left. Yeah, what do you feel? What do you notice? Excellent. All right, bring the hands back down the back, release. All right, we're going to come into a child's pose, kind of our little demarcation from the official warm-up into the rest of the practice, and then getting this reminder of what it feels like, again, to connect with the body, connect with the breath, connect with the moment. So as you find your pose that works for you, spend a few minutes here. There won't be minutes, a few moments. And it's a nice time to set an intention also. So we're still, even though we're quiet with our eyes closed, we can still turn up the awareness. Notice the fingertips. Notice the belly and the thighs. The breath. Anything else. And then let's walk our hands forward. Get a little extra length in the spine. And then we'll walk our hands. Just pick a side, it doesn't matter. And as you walk your hands over, try and lengthen that side away. Keep that hip moving back. What sensations are you aware of here? Beautiful. Keeping that length, walking the hands over to the opposite side. Yeah, feel that opening. Feel that release. Lovely. Walk your hands back. We're going to come into all fours. So we'll find the knees underneath the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll just find a nice neutral spine. Well, actually, let's just set up our hands because we're going to use them a lot. We're going to be on our hands a lot for this practice. So coming back on the heels of the hands, spreading the fingers wide, middle fingers coming forward, lowering the pads of the fingers and then just sort of lifting up that palm ever so slightly. Nice. You can set the shoulders on the back. You can make sure you have a nice engaged core. You can make sure you have a neutral pelvis. Yes. And then let's just curl the left toes under. Shoot, I gotta walk forward. Curl the left toes under, keeping the hip in the same place. We'll just lift that leg up. And reach out with the opposite arm if you choose to. You can reach out with the same arm if you choose to. You can keep both hands on the mat. Just finding your length, finding your alignment, and then dialing in the awareness by paying attention to what sensations do you feel. Nice, and then mindfully bring all that back in. We'll just simply switch sides if you need to rest at any time. If you need to modify, there's a video on how to have your hands be happy when you're in poses like this. We'll curl the opposite toes under, reach that leg back, lift it up so it's horizontal. Reach same arm, opposite arm, whatever speaks to you, or no arm. Breathing, tuning in. Yes, it feels so good. All right, reset your position. We're going to take that first leg back, lift it up, reach forward with this arm. If that doesn't work, you can still leave it on the mat. We're going to bring the knee in, and if the arm is reached out, we'll bring the elbow to meet the knee. Feel them touch and feel them extend. Feel the belly contract as you bring everything in. Feel it lengthen as you extend. Nice. Let's do one more round. Nice. Bring it all back. Reset, rest, do whatever you need to do. We'll just take the opposite leg back, lift it up. Reach forward with the opposite arm. Get that length and then give it all a squeeze to the center. Extend, squeeze. Yeah, even if we're moving, you can still really notice the physical sensations. And last one, reach it all out. Return everything to the mat. Wiggle out your spine. Nice, and then let's curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the hips, keep the knees bent first, really widen the length, the distance from your hips to your hands. Nice, and then you can work your way to extending your legs, dangling the head. Feel those feet and hands really anchored on the mat. Just takes you to a whole nother level of presence. Nice. Let's lift up the heels. We're going to shift them over to the left. Drop them towards the mat. Bend the knees. Push the hips away.
Nice. Bring it all back up. Heels lift. Take them to the opposite side. Knees, therefore, go to the opposite side. Beautiful. Back to center. Reset your feet. We're going to take our, I never know which leg to tell you if I'm facing this way. Let's lift up the left leg into a three-legged dog. I just happen to have a wall here, which is so handy. And then let's bring that knee forward, just like we did before, and step the foot down. So now we're just in a lunge. I'm just going to spend a few breath cycles here, letting our body find this opening. Yes. The knee is tracking over the foot or the heel, not the toes. That back leg is lengthening. What else do you notice in your body? Your spine is lengthening. There are modifications for lunges also if you need them. Don't be afraid to pause and really get that dialed in for yourself. All right, we're going to swing that leg back up. Three-legged dog. Reset. Reset. We'll just lift up that other leg. Hips are square. We're just reaching long. And then let's step that foot forward. Find a lunge here. Yeah, what do you notice? Lots of places my upper arm and my leg in contact. My back toes on the mat. Yeah. All right, let's swing that leg back up. Three-legged dog. Reset. I'm going to walk forward so I don't hit that wall this time. All right, we're going to find that again. So let's just reach up with that left leg. Lengthen. Bring that foot forward. Find that lunge. Then we're going to come up if you want to. You can stay down here. You can come up to your knee. That's a nice little place. You can take your hands to your hips. Also a nice place to stay. Or you can clasp your hands. Pay attention to which thumb is on top. When we switch sides, we'll switch hands. Anchor those hands, anchor those feet. Lengthen the spine. Open the chest. Lift the sternum if you can. Lift the gaze if that's possible. Nice. Turn it up. Yes, everybody. You're doing so great. I just know it. All right, release the hands. Let's come down to the mat. Swing that leg back up to your three-legged dog and switch sides. Feel free to rest at any time. Heck, you can just pause it for 5 minutes and start it back up again. That's the beauty of online yoga. All right, let's take the opposite leg up. Reach, reach. Step that foot forward. Get the lunge first. Get the length. Get the opening, and then come up to the knee. Find your balance. Hands to the hips if that's where you're going. Clasping the hands if that's where you're going. Yes, where can you open? There's a lot happening. But we're so present. We know what we can do, where we can go. Beautiful, everybody. Release down to the mat. Take that leg back up into your three-legged dog. And then let's walk our feet to our hands. Oh, in case I didn't say, bring that foot back down to the mat. And then walk your feet to your hands. Oh, and just find a little forward fold here. You can bend your knees deeply if you need a little more restorative feeling. Yeah, just let your breath soften. Let the weight of gravity lengthen your spine. And then walk your hands up. Bring yourselves all the way up to standing position. And then just take the hands, once again, clasp them behind your back. Reaching them down towards the mat, lengthening the spine away from the mat. Lifting that sternum. If it doesn't work to clasp the hands, you can just reach them down to the mat. Nice. Come on back up. Neutral. All right, just wiggle anything that needs wiggling. All right, let's do a couple standing balancing postures where grounding into the feet, feeling the hands will really help you anchor. All right, let's first find our standing mountain pose. So find your feet underneath your hip bones, feet are parallel, and then just plant in the ball of each foot, and then spread the toes out towards the outside of the foot. Nice, and then just set all that down and really feel that contact with your mat. Lift up the arches just a smidge. Yeah, feel that. Your feet probably feel like hobbit feet right now. Mine do. And then just find your nice, tall, aligned spine, reaching up with the crown. Get those shoulders down away from your ears. Neutral alignment. Yes. Little core engagement. Beautiful. We're just going to shift our weight over to the right leg. And then if you can peel that foot off the mat, we're going to take that into a tree pose. So the foot can be at the ankle, the foot can be at the calf, the foot can be at the inner thigh. You can use a wall for balance, lean against the wall if you need to. Whatever of these variations is really going to work best for you and your body and your awareness. Nice. This knee is heading towards the wall behind you. So this is all one plane. Yeah, and then just dial in that alignment and engagement. The hands are together in prayer pose. Feel those little fingertips together. Nice. You are so present. Just keep working with your pose. You can take any other variations if you want to here. Yes, just stay anchored to the physical sensations. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, let's just bring that knee forward. Release the foot from its place. If you need to wiggle, wiggle. Remind yourself what that vertical alignment and engagement feels like, and then we'll just shift over to the opposite leg. Find the foot position that you had on the other side. Feeling both feet wherever they are. Feeling the hands together. And dialing in your alignment as well as your awareness. Yeah, let the breath flow. We're working towards something that we will never reach. Nice. Beautiful, everybody. Release, bring that knee forward, and come on out. Let's just reach the arms up. Oh, lengthen. Okay, we're gonna do one more standing balancing pose. So remind yourself what it feels like to be aligned and engaged, and we'll shift over to the right leg again. And then we're gonna take the left knee over the right knee. Nice. So I'm gonna show you a couple possibilities. To help with balance, the toe can come down to the mat. We're gonna bend this standing knee. You can wrap, if you've got a wrap in there. Hands can be at prayer pose. Reach your arms out. We can come into a full eagle pose by taking the left elbow under the right, wrapping the hands this way, or maybe one more rep. Yeah, so just take your time finding that pose that's going to work for you and your body. Breathing, feeling all the contact points. Coming out whenever you're ready, as mindfully as you possibly can. It's not always an option with standing balancing poses. Whew, I felt that. And then we'll just meet up at standing as we work our way over to the other leg, the other side. Bringing the right knee over the left. Wrapping if you've got that. Otherwise, just maybe resting the toe on the mat or keeping it tucked up. Hands in prayer pose. This is wonderful. Or take the arms in. So this time we'll take the right elbow under the left and wrap. Yeah, make sure that breath is flowing. Anchor, really feel the foot on the mat, the hands together. Yes, that helps so much. Nice. Release coming out whenever you're ready. Just slide our hands down into a deep, deep forward fold. Well done, everybody. And let's come down to a child's pose. Do whatever you need to do here. Or just be. Beautiful. Let's lift up and widen the knees. Reach forward. Oh, yeah. Nice. Let's walk our hands up. Seated on your heels if that works. Otherwise, sit on a block. Sit on a blanket. We're going to practice a lion pose. So we're going to take our fingertips towards the groin, bring the hands down to the mat, but go slowly. Find that distance that doesn't strain your wrists too much and your forearms. So your hands can be further away or closer, depending on what your body's going to allow. Going to just sit back with those hips, lengthen the spine, bring the shoulders away from the ears. Have some core engagement. Yeah, let them fingers and the whole palm anchor into that mat, into that sensation. Maybe feel your big toes together. Few breath cycles here, just really rooting into the presence. Beautiful. Let's lean forward, come off the wrists. And then we're just going to slide all the way down onto our bellies. Just rest your forehead on your hands, wiggle out your hips. Maybe you notice your whole belly, whole front body in contact with your mat here. Yeah, reach long. Nice. Let's take our chin in our hands, elbows on the mat. Just feel that length happening. What else do you notice? Beautiful. Lift the chin off the hands. We'll take the elbows underneath the shoulders. Lengthen the spine from here, grounding that pelvis into the mat. Lengthening, tractioning that belly button forward. Yes. What else? It doesn't matter. There are no right or wrong answers to what is it you notice. Anything counts. Beautiful. All right, let's lower back down. We'll take our hands right where our elbows were. Spread those fingers wide like we've been doing. Bring the elbows in towards the wrists and away from the ears. Nice. And then find a cobra here. This is a good cobra. You can bring it all the way up, keeping the pelvis on the mat. Whatever you've got available. Lengthening, opening, breathing wherever you can. Anchoring. Yes. Nice. Lower back down. We're going to come back to that first position with our chin in our hands. And just slide one knee forward. So try not to rotate that pelvis, spiraling it open, keeping the pelvis as low as you can while you bring that knee forward. Yeah, where do you feel that? Cool. Bring that knee back to meet the other. Well, they're not actually touching, but all right. Lengthen. Let's bring the opposite knee out and forward. Opening up the front of the pelvis. Nice. Bring it back. All right. Lift the chin. We'll take the elbows underneath the shoulders, lengthening the spine here again. Wiggle. And let's take that first knee forward and out. Again, try not to rotate. Just finding the opening you can find. I notice my toes are active. All right, switch sides. Maybe you notice your knee comes to a different place because you have different flexibility from one side to the other. Yes, I love it. All right, bring it back down. We're going to do one more thing here, clasping the hands once again behind the back. Reach the toes away, reach the legs long. Feel that engagement. Take the shoulders down the back towards each other. Lengthen the spine. Yes, this is a great place to stay. There's plenty going on here. If you want to lift the legs, you can lift the legs. If you want to lift the chest, you can lift the chest. If you want to lift the whole enchilada, lift that. Breathing. Awareness. Yes. And lower, and just rest on one cheek. Just release into the mat. Yeah. Even though we're relaxing, we can still notice. We can notice even more. All right, let's take ourselves into that position one more time. Clasp the hands. You can put the opposite thumb on top. Reach the legs long. Reach the knuckles away from the ears. Yes, you can lift those shoulders towards each other. Lift whatever's going to lift, however high it's going to lift. Anchor in. Good job. One more breath. And lower, rest on the opposite cheek. Let those shoulders release to the mat. Nice. Okay, hands underneath the shoulders. Push the hips back. Just get a quick little child's pose, round that lower back. And then we'll come up and over onto our backs. Ah, nice. Let's just reach ourselves long. Oh, feel all those tight spots lengthen, release. Yeah. So the arms are over the head. We're going to take the legs together, point the toes. We're going to tuck our tailbone under. Feel that? Nice. All right, let's take the arms. We're going to sweep them out like we're making snow angels, which is a little bit tricky over here with my furniture, but I'm going to, this arm facing you will definitely show you. So as these arms come past the shoulder, we're going to really tuck that tailbone under. We're going to bring the shoulders down away from the ears. I'm engaging all this. Lift the head, lift the legs. Bring the chin to the chest. A little low boat or low scoop hold. Breathe. And then lower back down. Reach the arms up overhead. Release everything else. Let the belly lengthen. Release the ankles. Nice. All right, we're going to take ourselves through this 2 more times. So the legs come together and squeeze. The arms start coming around. Shoulders really coming away from the ears. That helps the neck. Lifting. Squeezing the belly. Keeping that pelvis tilted. Squeeze those legs together. Gives you extra support. Yes. Beautiful. Lower. Reach up and over. Wiggle if you need to wiggle. We'll do 1 more round. Release the arms to the sides. Squeeze the legs. Lift. Tuck. Breathe. Nice. Release up and over. Let's bring the knees. Bend the knees. Feet mat width apart. Let's just windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Bring your arms into cactus pose. Yeah, that feels good. All right, let's bring the knees in. Just give them a good squeeze towards the chest. All right, we're gonna hug in the left knee. Release the right leg to the mat nice and long. And let's hug that knee out to the side. And then let's reach around if you can. Grab that foot with the opposite hand and we're going to just shift the angle of that shin. So it's a reclined pigeon pose. So we're just looking to create some little forward motion with that shin, knee coming out to the side. And then just bring all of that closer to the chest. You can really engage that right leg on the mat. Yeah, where can you release? What do you notice? Cool. Gently release that foot, hug that knee in again. Let's release that leg to the mat. We'll squeeze in the opposite knee. First in the lane of the hip, and then we'll move it out towards the side. And then we'll bring that shin around. And just hug it towards the chest, any amount. You can engage that left leg on the mat, just lengthen it. I'm just pointing the toe because if I were in pigeon pose, that toe would be pointed. Yeah, tuning in the feet and the hands, actually touching each other. Nice. Gently release that foot first. Hug that knee in again. Extend the leg. We're going to hug the left knee in again. Just open it out to the side. Yeah, and then take it up and over to the opposite side. Give a nice little twist. Reach that left arm out. Lengthen the right leg. And breathe. Feel all those points of contact, points of anchoring. Beautiful. Release that knee. Let's give it one last squeeze. We'll lengthen that leg. Hugging the right knee. First, open it out to the right. Nice and open. Just like we did when we were on our bellies. And then let's switch. Take that knee over to the left. Reach out with the left leg, really nice and tall. Reach out with the right arm. Beautiful, everybody. Radiating. Feeling. Release. Let's bring it all back in. Both knees up. Let's take the bottoms of the feet together. Just let the knees go wide. Grab those feet if you can and bring them up, if that works. If not, you can just keep them here. A little reclined cobbler's pose, and then we can lower those feet down to the mat. Feeling the bottoms of the feet together. Right there. Presence. Then you can take your arms, well, you can take them in cactus, you can reach up, grab opposite elbows, or just reach them long. Just play around with what arm position is going to benefit your upper body the most in this moment. Yeah, 2 more breath cycles wherever you are, or change your position. Just noticing, dialing up the awareness. Beautiful. Let's release the arms wherever you are. We'll bring the knees back up. And then take yourself through any shapes. We'll just take like a half a minute. fit any movements in that your body might be asking for right now. And you take your time coming back in. We're going to make our way to our Shavasana pose. And you can find the pose, the variation that's going to help you release and relax the most. And then as you get into your position, and you start to really anchor your awareness to your body, to this moment. Maybe you notice your back body on the mat. Maybe you notice the air on your skin. Anything else that might catch your attention. Just stay with yourself as your body releases, as you practice this practice of no doing. I'll be quiet for a while. For just a few minutes. And with these next few breath cycles, before we come out of this, just give yourself one last little opportunity to notice what you notice here lying down. And then you can start to slowly introduce some movement, keeping it gentle. And whenever you're ready, you can roll to your side and roll to your, or come up to your seated position. Staying connected to the sensations. Keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable. Just anchoring into this position to what your body is feeling right now, what your being is noticing right now. Nice. Is there anything you want to celebrate or take with you into your day? Notice that. Yes, you did it. I want to celebrate that. One more full breath, feeling that whole being. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad that you came and practiced with me today. I hope that you enjoy all this turned up level of awareness and presence. Have some fun with that in your day. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I wish you a very wonderful day.